of the bay with no life jacket.
All right, so today we have a CEO, founder of Lumpia Fest, collecting honest customers, also helping other businesses along the way, and she's the owner of her own company, Everything Lumpia. Michelle, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right. All right, so let's cut to the cake. Give us some of your background on your cooking history.
So basically for me, ever since I was a little girl, I remember being in the kitchen, just kind of peeking over the counter. And it's been something that I love doing for a really long time. And just inspired more by my Aunt Mom, who since passed away. And so, Everything Lumpia was kind of birthed about almost 2 years ago during COVID. A little bit of background from how I started, because I lost my job during COVID. And so I had to kind of decide on what I wanted to do. So I will tell you the actual truth is that for 3 days straight, I kind of prayed and kind of figured out, I said, you know what, I've got to make a way. And so what I ended up doing was I prayed every night before I went to sleep. And every night I dreamt of my Aunt Mom, who has completely inspired how I cook, why I cook, and why I do what I do. And the love of, putting love in the food and everything like that. And so for 3 days straight, I kept dreaming of the house that I grew up in as a little girl. And I was in a dress, but I was standing not in the house. I was outside looking in. And so that was kind of like a sign from her to me, to cook. And so I started with a tray of the Thai drunken beef noodle with a side of lumpia. And it kind of just flew from there. And I ended up grabbing contracts with Tesla, Kaiser San Mateo. And it just kind of flew with like local deliveries, repeat customers. And then I just kind of got a taste of, and then catering kind of came in. People were like, can we order trays? And I said, of course.
Okay.
And so, that's kind of how the gist of everything started. It's basically how it started.
Okay. Everything Lumpia. Can you explain the meaning behind that and what it represents?
So basically, Everything Lumpia basically represents just everything about it, meaning the rusticness, the traditional style, specialties. In terms of traditional, what I mean by that is more like beef, pork, chicken, turkey, veggie. My specialty line is more like vegan for the vegan people. Okay. I also do nacho lumpia, which is either shredded chicken, ground beef,
nacho lumpia. Okay.
Kind of topped with lettuce, tomato, green onions, cheese, sour cream, and then you have the sweet chili and so forth. And so I also have a Thanksgiving lumpia, which all those that come Thanksgiving love to have, which is turkey stuffing with homemade cranberry sauce.
That's a first. Hold up. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and so I have that, and I also have Manny's dry pork adobo, which I named after my father because it's my father's recipe. Yeah. And so and also not only that, to say the least, we have dessert. I do a s'mores lumpia, and that was actually inspired by my family and my household. And so I said, let's just do it, roll it. You know what I mean? Well, you can put it, just roll it. And so we did it, and it came out, people loved it, and we just kind of went with it. And then we also have in our culture what we call turon, which has like ube taro with jackfruit and plantain. And so when I say everything lumpia, it means everything. So basically whatever it is that you want, kind of rolled in with love, very rustic, very traditional. I deal with a lot of premium meat that's grounded weekly for y'all with our butchers. And so I just put a lot of love in what I do. So when I got my foot wet with pop-up in the pop-up scene, which I've done for the last year and a half, shout out to Philam Bay Area Backyard Movement, who inspired me to become a host of Lumpia Fest 2021. Now going on to my third event. And so just looking to branch off and, to bigger and better things. And so, always in life, you always want what's best. I look more for bigger picture things that I could hand over to my kids as legacies when I'm no longer here anymore.
Before you keep going, because you're about to go into my next question.
That's right.
Now, I know that you're a CEO, but do you have any staff or trainees that help out the business?
Absolutely. So I do have my eldest daughter, who also is food handler licensed. She helps roll, she helps fry, she does prepping. And then I have my younger daughter, who's still quite so young to be licensed. So she helps. She knows how to roll. She knows how to make it. She knows how to mix. But she also preps for me. I have my sister, Lisa, who works alongside me, that does the frying at events and helps kind of inspire me and pushes me, you need to sit down, drink, you need to take a break, you need that type of a thing, And then I also have another daughter who is basically an adopted daughter of, she's a friend of my oldest daughter's. Her name is Jaden. And so she has helped tremendously with the business as well. So there's a squad of 5 of us. And then also, who I added to my roster not too long ago, was my children's father, Terrence, who does a lot of my security. He's part of my security team. He heads that part of my business. And we basically need him during our particular events, which is Lumpia Fest events. And he has done a tremendous job with my second event, Lumpia Fest 2021 in Castro Valley. And so, I do have a squad of people that work behind me. It's not just me.
That's cool. That's all in-house. Hey, shout out to the whole crew. That's what's up, man. All right, so Lumpia Fest has become a major event. How did you come up with that idea? Woo. And did you know it would be as popular as it is?
Well, Lumpia Fest came when, like I had stated, I was inspired by Philam Bay Area Backyard Movement.
Shout out to them.
Shouts out to them, especially Clarice and Jay from Philam. They are definitely wonderful hosts of Philam Bay Area Backyard Movement. And they're the ones that completely inspired me to do what I'm doing. Also, they helped me actually pick a name. And the Lumpia Fest came from Jay from Philam. And so I just kind of rocked with it. And since then, that's basically what we're called, Lumpia Fest 2021.
Nice. Okay, so what are some things you expect from a vendor that would like to participate in your event?
So basically what I would expect from vendors is the fact that you have your food handler's license, number one, because we do have health inspectors that may come, pop in. We just never know.
Gotta be clean now.
Absolutely. Have your food handler's license. If you serve alcohol, have your alcohol's license, and things like that. Other than that, I just ask that, we have a positive, friendly vibe at every event. And requirements basically are they just sign up and they just basically sign up and they, become a part of the event. And so when I take on vendors, I basically add them onto a chat group where they get updated with all information for each and every event. And then from there, I have a lot of repeats that have came back since my first one. So I hope and I pray that I am doing something good. And so I do have repeat vendors. I do have some vendors that are actually referred by other vendors. So I think I'm doing something right.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good in my eyes, man. Like, you got, you know so much about what you got going on. That's how you know that you're hands-on and you're in it.
Definitely.
All right, so this is a fan question. When in times of doubt or second guessing your career, do you confide in other people, yourself, or other means?
I think I confide more in first my house, first to God. First to God for sure. I'm definitely a godly woman.
That's right.
Secondly to my household, and thirdly to the rest of my squad and colleagues that I've worked with in the industry. I just kind of bring to their attention, I'm stuck in a rut or I'm doubting something, and we kind of basically just inspire each other, and we just kind of give more inspiration. You got this, it's all good, don't worry about it, we always end up winning at the end. So we definitely first God, my family, and then my colleagues.
Okay, so more into people versus
Yes.
you trying to deal with it with yourself. Okay,
Yes.
That's a great answer. All right, so if you could have lunch with any successful entrepreneur, who would that be? But the only thing is, you have to pay for lunch.
Ooh. So I think the person, wow. I think honestly, the person that, does it have to be somebody famous? Okay.
It's just successful entrepreneur.
A successful entrepreneur. Wow.
It can be from anywhere. It can be a dog trainer.
I think for me, to me, what I would do, I would be more than interested in having lunch with Phil-Am Bay Area Backyard Movement. I know that they're very successful in the industry, and that's kind of like, and I'm going to keep saying their name because I actually started with them.
Right.
And so they have been my biggest inspiration, and I kind of feel like, I owe them that shout out, and, because they have inspired me and put me in the position where I'm at right now. And they keep inspiring me, and I believe we inspire each other. I don't know if you guys seen the Small Biz interview that I had with them. It was more of like we were kind of giving a shout out to each other type of a thing. And
I haven't, but I'm gonna check it out though now.
Yeah, sure. You inspire me, Noah. You inspire me, and so we were kind of going back and forth. And
how do you actually pronounce his name though, or the company name? I'm sorry.
It's Phil-Am.
Phil-Am.
Bay Area Backyard Movement.
Okay.
You guys got to check them out. Their events are amazing. And like I stated, I've always been a part of their event. And no matter how I branched off as Lumpia Fest 2021, I will always be a part of Phil-Am.
Nice. All right, so that about wraps this segment up of Bottom of the Bay. Do you want to give everybody your socials so they'll know where to find you at?
Definitely. Definitely check me out at everything_Lumpia and or Mommy's Blessings. And then on Facebook is Michelle Devera, basically. But I thank you guys for the opportunity. And I just look forward to hearing from you guys or you coming to see us at our event.
Nice. Did you give them your IG too?
Yeah. It's everything_Lumpia.
Nice. All right, so I just want to tell you that you just broke history. You are the first female on Bottom of the Bay, period.
Thank you so much.
So make sure you represent that. You're the first lady.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming on. Keep hustling and keep staring in people's faces.
Thank you so much.
All right, peace.
Let's make a long story short, you a dork, and I'm a South Bay street shark, no bark. Southside be the landmark till I retire. Never knew something this fresh could expire. Summertime here, put the chrome